Greetings. Today, the moon is in Curious Gemini, goes into Gemini just before midnight Pacific time on Monday night. So when we wake up on Tuesday for US time zones, that moon is now in Gemini, where we get curious, learn new things, check our information, check where our facts are coming from, and think about what we know and why we know it and where that information is coming from. I'm Marina Orms here with your Astro Vibe for Tuesday, April 29th. So we began this moon cycle with Sunday's new moon in Taurus, bringing a theme for the month of grounding, physicality, how we know information through our senses. So connecting with the physical world, connecting with what we can see, taste, touch, feel, hear, uh, what we can verify in a very practical way. And so there are a couple ways to think about it. Well, more than a couple, but we can at least think about it in terms of really paying attention to our bodies, the world around us, nature, the weather, the plants, the animals, right? These really basic things that are in our world, our material, physical world. So noticing, paying attention. What is there that we can discover when we really come present in our bodies, feeling the earth beneath us, really paying attention to the world around us, right? What are the sounds that are happening? What do you smell? What do you, right? When you look around, what do you see? What is happening for your body? So that's the Taurus energy. And we have that theme throughout this moon cycle. But as we go through the moon cycle from this new moon, Sunday's new moon, to the next new moon, the moon goes through all the different signs of the zodiac. And so we get to experience the Taurus new moon, the Gemini moon under the Taurus moon cycle, the Cancer moon under the Taurus moon cycle, right? So each moon sign, even though we have it repeating every month, we get a new theme, a new baseline of what it is we are working on and learning about. So this moon cycle, we are working on and learning about themes of grounding and the physical world and the material, how we work with materials, how we learn from materials, how they inform us. And so with this Gemini moon today, we have this extra energy of the mind and our own capacity to get curious and learn things, to ask questions, to explore, to get curious and follow what it is we're curious about. So asking deeper questions, and that can be related to what we are noticing in the world around us, and not just nature, not just the natural world and the weather, although those are kind of immediate and tangible, but what is happening in your current life circumstances, right? What is showing up for you today? What are you working on? What are you thinking about? What is impacting you? What is making you feel a certain way? So as you come present to those things and really bring it into, like, what do I know for sure right now in this moment about this particular situation or issue or something I'm thinking about? What can I become aware of about the situation by just being and not jumping to conclusions, not trying to figure it out or worry about it, but just asking myself, what is true? What do I know about this situation? What is a very simple fact that I know about this situation? So, for example, if you're stuck in traffic, right? That maybe you're starting to worry because you're late to something and you're starting to think about what the people that you're, what they're going to think about you because you're late, what it means, what maybe relating it back to when you were late before, and now this adds on to that. And right now you've started to go into a whole sequence of a story and meaning about what is happening. But if you can have this Taurus moon theme of being present with yourself, and the Gemini moon curiosity for today, and ask yourself, what do I know? What do I know right now is true? What I know is that I am here and I am waiting for traffic to move, right? There are things that may or may not happen as a consequence of that. Is a direction my day may or may not go in, but what do I know that is true in this moment? Maybe you notice that you're feeling worried and stressed. Maybe you notice that you're starting to get agitated or reaching for some coping mechanism or anticipating how you need to smooth things over, or, I don't know. This is just an example. But the idea is to come into the very, very simple truth of what is true for you right now in this moment. So that Taurus energy says, what do you actually know? What do you know is true when you come present to this moment? What is true for your body? What is true for your feelings? What is true for your mind? Maybe your truth could be that you're feeling stressed. How cool is that? Just to be present with that awareness. Oh my goodness, look at me. I'm feeling stressed. I notice that I am starting to go into this pattern of trying to fix things, for example, right? And just noticing that. Like that is a simple truth that you can come present to in the moment. That is what this moon cycle is helping us to learn about. What is it you need to come present to in this moment? Getting curious. Now we introduce the Gemini moon that says, how could I know? Ask myself, right? What do I know when I pay attention to what I'm thinking? Another way to think about this is that we have all kinds of ways of knowing things. And when we get curious about where that information comes from, why we know what we know, we can do this same process of like, okay, what is the actual fact here? Because when you experience information, you might have a lot of filters, you might have a lot of various interests influencing the information. So asking yourself, how can I get curious to get to the core of what is actually true? And you may not always be able to fully achieve that, but it's an interesting exercise to do, right? Like just be with the fact. What is the fact? Without the feeling, without the judgment, without the story and meaning attached to it. What is just the simple fact here? And that is the challenge. I think it is a challenge for anyone in our culture to really explore this. Like, what does it mean to really be fully present to the simplicity of what is true, the simplicity of just the essence of what is actually true, what we actually know. So that is my thought for today. Gemini moon, thinking and curiosity. Good time also to explore writing, communication, conversation, other ways to explore your thoughts and ideas. But we want to, I think, open to this capacity to see things a different way by really dialing it back from the assumptions we are making, the meaning we're putting on things, and really come into what is actually true. And again, there isn't one objective thing that is the essential truth, and you don't have to figure that out. It's not about that. It's about simply asking yourself what it is for you in this moment. What is true for you in this moment? And how are you receiving information? Maybe what's true for you is you're receiving information that's making you feel stressed. That's a truth, right? So making it just the simple observations, and that is the lesson of Taurus. All right. Thank you so much for being here. I'm Marina Orms, and you can learn more about me at astrologyheals.com. Thank you for subscribing, and thank you for checking out some of my free articles that are available in the description for this video. They are part of my new member program, which I would love it for you to join. There's a free level, or you could become a paid subscriber after you check it out. If that feels right to you, I would love to have your support. But a lot of it is available for free. So check it out. It's in the description for this video. Just click where it says more. Thanks again, and I will see you next time with more astrology for unshakable self-care. Bye for now.